So tonight, we are starting with at least 2 deliverables. We'll try to understand how to perform 2 deliverables. We're going to start by understanding how to review a project brief. As a business analyst, it's not your duty to create a project brief. And as a project manager as well, it's not your duty to create a project brief. But if you're asked to create one, you should be able to know how to put one together. But if you are starting a project, you should be expecting a project brief from the project sponsor. Whoever is sponsoring the project need to communicate to the team what he expects from the team in writing. If it's not, you can have some big stakeholders that might not have that time to start writing a comprehensive project brief. They will call a meeting and just tell you what they want you to do. So at this point, you being a business analyst, you will be so fast to capture the project brief and document it and produce a document that can be shared with other team members, or the project manager can do that as well. So if you are not in the position of generating one, you are giving one, you should be able to go through a project brief and understand the project brief very well. So the project brief here is to define the scope, the project goal, the project scope, and the project objective. The first thing to do is to gather input from the stakeholders. So like I said, the stakeholders can just call a meeting and start telling you what they want, their problems. So from there, you can gather requirements from the stakeholders and produce a project brief. In the meeting, or if you are not, if they have not provided you with any documented project brief, what you'll be trying to gather is the scope of the project, the goal, the objectives. These are things you should try to capture during the meeting. And then after capturing it, you need to review it with the stakeholders. They make sure that this is what you captured is actually what they want to implement, and then you share with the team members. You can do that as a project manager. You can do that as a business analyst. A good project brief should contain the project title, the objective, the scope, the stakeholders, the timelines, the budget. Example of a project brief can be the CRM implementation, enhance customer relationship management, and implement CRM software within 6 months at a cost of 500. Nobody is going to do that. 500, let's say 10,000 pounds or $10,000. Because we're in UK, I'm going to change it to pounds. So that is it. So that's how a project brief, major information that will be captured in a project brief. So let's look at the project brief, our project brief because we've looked at our own project brief, there is no need of trying to use any other demo project. Let us just look at our own project brief and see how it looks like for some of us that have not done that with. So this is our own project brief for the project that is coming up very soon. In 2 weeks' time, we will be in this project. Because throughout this week, I don't see throughout this week, maybe in 1 week time, because after this week, next week, the upper week will start this project live. So by then we must have covered all the practical aspects of the deliverable. So this is a project brief for Local Handies Limited. The title is CRM Enhancement for Local Handies Limited. Then this is the objective of this project brief: to address the major CRM challenges faced by Local Handies Limited, a multi-vendor on-demand service platform based in London, UK, and enhance overall customer relationship management for improved efficiency and customer satisfaction. So this is the objective of this project brief. Then, having captured the objective of this project brief, we need to understand the scope of this project. To understand the scope of this project, these are the things listed. We need to, if we don't have one, these are questions we try to understand. We try to understand the current process or the current CRM assessment, problem statement review. We need to conduct a comprehensive analysis of the existing CRM system. These are the things that we are going to do in this project. They are listed. These are the project scope, the areas we need to cover in this project. Identify the pain points and challenges faced by the users, both initial staff and vendors. Stakeholder analysis and consultation. Engage with key stakeholders, including customer support team, vendors, and management, to gather insight on the specific CRM issues. Prioritize challenges based on the impact of operations and customer satisfactions. 3, requirement gathering and analysis. We need to collaborate with end users and stakeholders to define detailed requirements for the CRM system improvement. Consider integration possibilities with other existing systems for seamless data flow. Number 4, technology assessment, that is solution evaluation. We need to evaluate the current technology stack and explore modern CRM solution available in the market. Assess the feasibility of upgrading in existing or migrating to a new CRM system. Solution design. After evaluating the solution, then if approved, the business case is being approved, the next thing is solution design. develop a comprehensive solution design addressing identified challenges, include features such as user-friendly interface, automation, and analytics for data-driven decision making. Then after the design, the next thing will be the development and implementation. Based on the approved solution design, initiate the development or customization of the CRM system. Implement the new features in a phase-based approach to minimize disruption. Training and change management. Develop training program for employees to ensure a smooth transition to the new CRM system. Implement change management strategies to address resistance and encourage adoption. Testing and quality assurance. Conduct rigorous testing of the enhanced CRM system to identify and resolve any bug or issues. Encourage data integration and security measure. Ensure data integrity and security measures are in place. Then deployment. Roll out the new CRM system in stages to different departments or teams. Monitor closely during the initial days of deployment for any unforeseen issues. Monitoring and optimization. Establish monitoring mechanism to track the performance of the enhanced CRM system. Collect feedback and make necessary optimization to further improve the system. So this is the scope. These are the work. This is the items we need to focus on. This is what we need to do within the next 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. We've agreed to deliver this project. So that is the scope of this project. Then timeline. Every project must have a timeline. We must define the end from the beginning. The timeline is estimated for a 3-month project duration. Within the first week, 1 to 2 weeks, we have to do the current assessment, conduct a thorough analysis of the existing system, engage with stakeholders to identify challenges. Within 3 to 4 weeks, we have to do requirement gathering and analysis, technology assessment, collaborate with end users to define detailed requirements and assess current technology stacks and explore CRM solutions. Within the 5th to 6th week, we need to carry out the solution design and approval. Develop a comprehensive solution design. Present the design to stakeholders for approval. Within the 7 to 8 months, develop testing and quality assurance. Initiate development based on the approved design. Conduct testing and quality assurance processes. Within the 9th to 10th months, conduct training, change management, and deployment. Develop and execute training program. implement change management strategy, and roll out the new CRM system in stages. Within 11th to 12 months, making it 3 months, making it within 11 to 12 weeks, monitoring, optimization, and project closure. Establish monitoring mechanism, collect user feedback, and make necessary optimization. Close the project and conduct post-implementation review. So these are timeline, the way we plan it within this timeline, you can see it's already planned out. If it's not planned out, you need to understand the duration. These are things the project manager can plan out. So if it's not planned out, you can just gather the required duration. They can just tell you, I want this to be done within 3 months. So it's left for you to plan it this way for comprehensive understanding. Then key deliverables here, which we've captured already. This is just for to stress on it, is there are current CRM assessment reports, stakeholder consultation, summary, requirement documentation, technology assessment reports, solution design, document, develop enhanced system, enhanced CRM system, training materials, change management plan, testing and quality assurance reports, deployment plan, monitoring mechanism in place, and project closure reports. So we have 12 deliverables for this project. So these are the required documentation, the common document that we need to create for this project. Then success criteria. Every good project must have a success criteria for you to know that your project is a success. It's going to be a benchmark for measurement. Improved user satisfaction with the CRM system, reduction in customer support response time, increased efficiency in handling vendor relationship, data accuracy, and security enhancement. If you can achieve these 3 factors, then we can classify this project as a success. Then we have team members in this project. The team members we have in this project by role is project manager, business analyst, CRM developer through consultant, change management specialist, quality assurance tester, and training coordinator. So these are the team members by role. Then summary. This project brief provides a comprehensive overview of the proposed CRM enhancement project for Local Handys Limited, with a structured approach to address challenges and improve customer relationship. So this is a review of this project brief. If you are starting a project, the first thing you need to do is to review the project brief. So it must not be documented like this, like I said. It can be via a meeting where there is no documentation, but the stakeholders can just, like in my own case, all we need to do is the director I'm working with, we just call Charles or put a meeting, we'll come, we want to initiate a project. You just tell us what you want to do. It's left for us to produce the document and then start working with the document. So there's no one coming to issue you a project brief. So the point I'm trying to make is that if you have no project brief, it's not out of place. All you need to do is capture requirements and produce a project brief. If you are lucky enough, they've documented the project brief, they'll hand you over the project brief, then it's left for you to review the project brief with the team and understand what the stakeholders are trying to communicate or what they want you people to implement. So if there is no project brief, you pick the point here. You need to capture the objective. You need to capture the scope. You need to capture the timeline. You need to capture key deliverables. You need to capture success criteria. You already know your team members. If you don't know your team members, try to capture your team members. And then a summary to show that you do understand the project brief very well. So that is the project brief. Because this is already produced, we are just reviewing it. It's just for me to make sure that you do understand this project brief very well. In the area you do not understand this project brief, then you can raise a concern and it will be clarified to you. So that's the essence of this project brief. Is for me, we've done this. We shouldn't take this shouldn't take our much of our time, as we have other things to do this night. But if you have any question on understanding how to implement a project brief or review a project brief, you can let me know. We review it further before we move to the next item. So I'm not going to ask you to produce a project brief. That's not what we are going to do. Other subsequent deliverables, you might be asked to produce some work, like what we are going to do further this evening. So if you have any question understanding any bit of this project brief, then you let me know. Any questions from anybody?
I'm okay.
Okay. Okay, having gone through the project brief, the next thing to do is they will ask you to identify your team members, understand the roles and responsibilities of every team members and other stakeholders related in this project. So to do that, we apply a technique called RACI metrics. We can equally use stakeholder analysis. We are going to do both of them, but this night we are going to look at RACI metrics, how to perform a RACI metrics, and then that is after then you will have to produce a copy of RACI metrics, which you need to submit. And then maybe tomorrow we then move to stakeholder analysis. And if you look at the meeting agenda, you see how it's coming up. So we move to RACI metrics. So the objective of a RACI metrics is to clarify roles and responsibilities in a project. If this is not clarified from the beginning, before the project starts, everybody must understand their roles and responsibilities. It's very important so that you don't have to be performing other team members' role. We need to understand who is responsible for a particular action. We need to understand who is accountable. We need to understand who need to be consulted, and we need to understand who need to be informed within every deliverable from the beginning to the end. So the RACI metrics, the R stand for responsible, A stand for accountable, C stand for consulted, and I stand for informed. The approach is to first identify the tasks. The tasks here are the deliverables or the events or the activities, and then identify the roles, and then assign the roles to the responsibility, assign the roles to the tasks. So assigning it to who is responsible, assigning it to who is accountable, and assigning it to who should be consulted and who should be informed. And after doing that, the RACI must be reviewed and updated regularly. Yeah, why we do review and update regularly? Because in a project, you see team members leaving, team members joining. You see team members can start a project, a particular business analyst can start this project. After 2 weeks, the business analyst can get another job and leave the company. And a new business analyst will be employed to replace the outgoing business analyst. So it means a new RACI metrics must be, reviewed. If, for instance, if you are using names, not role, for the RACI metrics and things like that. And you can add more roles within the project as the project starts growing. When the project is getting started, you find out you might only need the project manager and the business analyst. As the project started growing, we might start needing people like the quality assurance, especially you might look for people like developers, designers, UX UI designers, so many other change managers and other team trainers and so many other team members joining the project. And that's why we continue to review and update it regularly as we keep adding more rules and more responsibilities. So, looking at this template, you capture tasks, responsible, and assign it. When you capture tasks and role, assign it to responsible person, accountable person, consulted person, and the person that should be informed. Let's look at how to create a RACI matrix. The number one thing is with your team, explain the purpose of the RACI. Of course, if you are a project manager, the RACI metrics is not the duty of the business analyst. This is a duty of project manager to create a RACI with the team, but the team must be informed. You must bring the team together So even if you did created it in isolation, you need to explain to the team how the best practice is the project manager need to assemble the team and create a RACI metric, because this is where you have to explain to the team member, making sure that every team member understand their roles, understand their responsibilities, understand their accountabilities, understand whom need to be informed, and what I mean whom need to be informed is whom need to be carried along. There are some stakeholders, you need to inform them of every action you need to take. That's what we call informed. And consulted means if you have gray areas, if you are confused, you need to ask questions. You need to do consultation for clarification. You need to know whom to consult, like the subject matter experts, the process owners. These are some of the people that need to be consulted. So if you want to do it after identifying the stakeholders who need to be involved and the main activity that need to be performed, use a flip chart or a whiteboard to construct a two-dimensional matrix. That is, if you are doing it manually, you can use a board to draw it, which you can later transfer to a table, create a table. You can use a Word document to create a table to do it. You must not use a flip chart. You can use a spreadsheet to create a table to do it. You must not use a flip chart. Enter the activities in the left column and the role on the top row of the matrix. For each activity, identify the responsible, accountable, and consulted and informed person. Discuss the RACI with the key stakeholders to verify the accuracy. So let's look at an example of a RACI here. Now, looking at this RACI template here, or RACI example here, you see here we have the activities down here, and on the upper row, you see the roles or the person. So you can use the role or you can use the name of whichever one you want to use, you can use them. So under here, you list the activities. The activities here are customer complaint reduction, changeover time reduction, changeover time reduction, and the chemical usage reduction. So these are the activities. And the roles and person here are, you can see we have Adams, we have, which is the project sponsor. We have Fadi, and Fadi is the under sponsor again. And then we have Peter. Peter is a master BB. We have Sarah. We have Zakaria. We have Namin. We have Harvey. Have Yusuf. So you see the activities and the role. For instance, looking at Adam, under Adam being the sponsor, to conduct a customer complaint reduction, Adam is accountable. Accountable means that Adam must make sure that this is conducted. He might not be the person that actually do the customer complaint reduction, but Adam must ensure that this activity happen at the appropriate time. And looking at this R, which is responsible, is the responsibility of Harvey to conduct a customer complaint reduction. During this process, if Harvey is finding it difficult to do that, to get more knowledge or more clarification, Harvey need to consult Zachariah. Zachariah is the subject matter expert. Looking at here, Zachariah is a black belt holder, meaning Zachariah have got expert knowledge. So, and we have Sarah, Sarah here during this project, the process of conducting customer complaint reduction. Sarah must be informed. So he's a stakeholder and he must know what is going on at this stage. He doesn't have any role, he's not the person conducting it. He doesn't have expert knowledge as for having to consult her, but he must be aware of this because he's a senior stakeholder. So this is how this works. This is how to put a RACI metric. Looking at the top corner here, you see R here is for responsible, A for accountable. So you use this as a guide to know which specific person that have to be assigned a specific RACI. So this need to be most of the time done with a team, making sure that everybody when the team comes together to perform this RACI, by the time we finish assigning responsibilities to roles or person, or assigning activity for deliverable to individual roles, everybody must know what they stand to do in this project, and this will reduce the level of complexity, understanding within the project. You see the project moving smoothly because everybody knows what to do at any point in time. They know if they have questions, you don't need to start going around the whole company or the whole organization asking everybody, do you know how to do? Because you've already conducted a RACI, you know whom to go to and consult. And the person you are going to for consultation knows, will be expecting you. Whenever you are coming, you receive a warm welcome. The person will take his or her time to explain whatever you need to know to you, because he knows that it's his or her responsibility to educate you more about the activity or about the deliverable for you to deliver your deliverable very well. And the person accountable makes sure that if this particular action needs to be performed at this time, you make sure that it delivers, because if Harvey doesn't perform this particular action, it might start affecting other activities if these are on dependable basis. If activity B is depending on activity A, like we have dependencies, it will start affecting, and once it start affecting the timeline. So this is why everybody needs to know what they need to do. So let's look at how we are going to do this practical. So in our own practical, I hope you can you are following.
Yes.
Okay. We need to create a RACI matrix for a CRM project. It's going to be for discovery and design stage of this project. So to create this RACI matrix, the first thing we need to do is to first create the roles within these projects. This is RACI matrix for CRM projects with, we have project manager, we have business analysts, we have CRM developers or consultant, we have change management specialists, we have quality assurance tester, and we have training coordinator. So these are project team members. You look at this extracted from this project brief. You see this project brief. This is the team member. So what we're trying to do, now we have received a project brief and we've seen the team members. Most of the team members here don't know what to do. Some of them might be confused. How do we start? What are we going to do? So being a clever project manager, knowing that some of them do not know where to start or where to begin, you will quickly create a RACI matrix for them to get started, for them to even know the deliverables and what needs to be done. So you have to, now you have the team members here, you quickly create deliverables. So now we have the team members. Looking at the team members, you have business, project manager, business analyst, CRM, just like I've listed them. You quickly create projects deliverables. So under this discovery and design stage, you have the deliverables. The deliverables here are project scope documents, business requirements documents. So you see, this is project with this is to define the project scope of the CRM project, including the objectives, deliverables, and constraints. Then business requirements document, BRD, document the detailed business requirements for the CRM system, including process data and the user need. Technical requirements, data migration plan, system design document, change management plan, test plan, and the training plan. This is, we see we've listed the deliverables here. Now we have the deliverables, we have the roles, people that are going to be working on these various deliverables. So what we need to do is to match the deliverables against the roles so that everybody will know what they will be doing. Now, this is the deliverables listed down in this orange color, and this is the roles listed within the sky blue color. So now, within this particular deliverable, let's say project scope document. The person here is, let's say, responsible project manager, business analyst accountable, CRM consultant informed, change management specialist consulted, QA test, quality assurance tester consulted, and training coordinator responsible. This might be correct, it might not be correct. But this is how you assign them. So it's based on the team to decide who does who. I'm not telling you that this ratio I created here is correct. But the point I'm trying to make here is for you to match responsibility or deliverables against a role. That is, who is responsible for this? If you ask me, I will say that the project manager should be responsible stroke accountable. And at this point, because this is project scope documentation, the business analyst cannot be accountable for this. So the business analyst can do this as well, but let's say this becomes the role for business for project manager. Let's say we assign this to the project manager. We can say business analyst can be informed, meaning that the business analyst is not the person doing this, but he needs to be informed that this document is ready, because he needs to use this document in order to do his or her job. Let's say change management cannot be consulted, or if the change manager have expert knowledge about this, but let's just say he need to be informed. And then the tester here, quality assurance tester, need to be informed as well. And then the training coordinator, somebody who trains is somebody who have expert knowledge. It must be a subject matter expert before you become a trainer. So trainer, let's say because he's a subject matter expert, let's say give him an SME. Because he's a trainer, he or she is a subject matter expert. So let's say consulted. You need to be consulted. So then under this business requirements document, this is document is the duty of the business analyst to capture business requirement document. So we say the business analyst here, the project manager as the leader should be accountable. The project manager should make sure that all these are being carried out. You do your job within a stipulated time. So this person should be responsible for this, and this person should be informed, and this person should be informed as well, and this person should be informed as well, and this person should be consulted. I hope you are following what I'm doing.
Yes.
If you have any question as we are going, as we are proceeding, just let me know. So you can see here how this is done. So with this, the key here, the person R is responsible, the person or the role responsible for completing the task. Accountable, the person or the role is accountable for the overall success and quality of the task. There should be only one A for each task, only one A. Consulted, those whose opinion are sought or typically subject matter experts. Informed, those who need to be kept informed about the progress of the task. So this is it. And with these two created, I will delete all this. So this is the example of this. You see how to do it. Then this is just a guide. This is not our template. This is not the template we are going to use. So we are just trying to prepare to create this. You see the way the steps I'm taking in order to create my RACI metrics. So I've just processed this in Word document, and then I'll move to the template where I'm going to do the actual work. And this is the template. This is my RACI metrics template where this work needs to be done. So what I need to do now, I will go to the Word document here. I will copy all these deliverables. I'll come over here. All these deliverables, I will see. You see, I've got them here now. So, and then I'll look for I'll come back for these rows. I'll copy all these rows. I'll come over here and I'll paste them here. So you can see this is project manager. And yeah, you're making sure that all the rows they come out well. So, okay, the project title here is, let's see, come over here and pick the title. Let's just say CRM. CRM project enhancement. Okay, and the project leader, let's say Charles Ogo. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's start to create the RACI here. Let's assign these deliverables or these activities to the appropriate roles. You can see here we are not using names. We can, according to RACI, we can use roles or name. Here we are using only roles. We are using project manager, we are using business analyst, we are using CRM developer, call it just CRM developer. We are using CRM developer, change, I'll just say change manager. And just say trainer. So these are the people we are using here. So under project scope, you see the project scope. You see here, we have responsible, we have accountable, we have consulted, we have informed, we have responsible and accountable, we have consulted and informed, we have support. Why we have support here is, sorry, this should be responsible and accountable, because he's the project manager. I supposed to document the project, capture the project scope, document it. So let's say the project manager is responsible for doing this. Or we can say business analyst does this as well. So
I was going to say that they do that as well, both of them.
yes, that's why I said business analyst does this as well. The project manager can do it as well. But so let's give this to and then give this to business analysts. Business analyst does capture project scope and document it. And let's say business analyst is responsible for doing this. Then the developer here, if we already have a developer waiting to start, must be informed. He just follow in. Change manager at this point, you just follow him. You just keep him informed. Quality assurance, just keep informed. And because this person is a trainer, is a coach, the subject matter expert in CRM, so see consultant, let's say CRM so, and that's it. So we have business requirements. Being the leader, project leader, you must be accountable, and the BA is responsible and informed, and informed and informed as well, and consulted as well. So this is how we do this. The rest of this, I want you to make research and fill it up. So that is your own work. So for my own, I've given you a direction how to do it. So you have to do the rest, and let's see your level of understanding and knowledge. So if you don't understand, you can make research to find who does this in a project. Try to find out who does this or who does this in a RACI and fill up this. I will upload this either to our platform. I don't want us, these are something I can go to the project, but because we have not started the project, I don't want us to start uploading. This is still at the training stage. So I will upload it to the course portal as an assignment, or I'll upload it to the WhatsApp group for you to get this template to do this work. So follow this and create a RACI for yourself, and then you submit. Is that too much to ask?
No.
Okay. So that is it for tonight. And tomorrow we are coming with another deliverable. Tomorrow we are going to be looking at let's see what we have tomorrow. Tomorrow we have stakeholder analysis. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow, stakeholder analysis. So yeah. So by the time you finish their own work, your work should be looking like this. See how this RACI looks. So you see this one, you see is changing color. By the time we finish, you see everybody within the team. If you look at the deliverable, you know who is doing that. So you don't need to be reminded that you need to do that within a specified time. So, and when the project starts growing, you find out that all these deliverables, the timeline will be added by within the side of every project. The project manager needs to come up with a project plan with a Gantt chart showing the timeline for every deliverable. So you know when the job is due. Although this time we try to do all these things in we'll try to plan everything within for instance, here you see this deliverable. This is a deliverable, and you see the time when this project is due, and this is a deliverable and when it's due. So this is how we are going to be managing it from this platform. We need to break them down into various deliverables and then be assigning it. For the fact you already know your role in this is going to be easy, you know what you are supposed to. So at this stage, we try to prep the team to get the team started. Everybody, you know what you are supposed to do, you are happy. We have identified our team, everybody knows their role. Then the next thing is to identify stakeholders, because while trying to perform this deliverable, like Scope documentation, you need to consult stakeholders. You need to speak with stakeholders to understand the scope. Business requirements, you need to speak with the stakeholders. That's why after this, the next thing is then trying to identify our stakeholders and document them and know how to communicate with them. Once we've done the stakeholder analysis, the next thing is that the BAs goes into action, capturing requirement, and documentation starts. So that's it. So tomorrow we move to the next item. So as you can see this, I don't think this is too difficult if you really followed this workshop very well. You should be able to finish this in 1 hour or even less than, because you need to make research and find out which rules, which person does this. Maybe you browse the internet, whichever way you want to do it, make some research. Because this is a business analyst, you make a lot of, so start by making this little research. As you are building up over time, you know what to do. So thank you for participating. If you don't have any question, then we see tomorrow.
No questions from me at all.
All right. Okay. Good night, Shayu and Abdul.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.